Be sure to subscribe to Viral Now and click the bell so you'll never miss an upload of ours. Hi there everyone, my name is Jeremy Jameson here today with 10 of the most memorable Shark Tank moments. Some fun and some not so much. Without further ado, let's get right into it, starting with the Scrub Daddy. Aaron Cross, with his product, a smiling sponge, is on the list for a couple major reasons. Firstly, in the Shark Tank episode, a very long bidding war broke out between Kevin O'Leary, Damon John, and Lori Greiner. While similar events have happened, it went on for quite some time.
$150,000 for 25% from Damon.
$100,000 for no percent and a tiny tithe of 10 cents.
Lori is offering you $100,000 for 25%.
I offered $150 last time.
Whoa.
Then the deal became sealed. The founder of Scrub Daddy decided to go with someone after getting a decent enough offer from the bidding war.
I think your deal is awesome. The equity amount is too much. Would you consider coming down to 20?
You know what, I will. I'll go to 20.
We got a deal.
Got a deal.
All right.
Good.
Way to go, Aaron. Woo!
Lori has been working alongside Aaron now for quite some time. It's been stated that Scrub Daddy has exceeded well over $100 million in sales, making this product the most successful in the history of Shark Tank. Sales still continue strong 5 years after the Scrub Daddy's debut on Shark Tank. BUBBA'S boneless ribs. Al Baker, a former NFL player, a few years ago decided to enter the food business and go to the Sharks with a revolutionary idea: boneless ribs. Now, a part of what makes this so memorable is not only the product itself, but also the presentation he gave was nothing short of immaculate.
Now, I played a little football in the NFL for 13 years. That was my job. Barbecue is my passion. But how do you make ribs less messy? You take the bones out.
Let's continue on with just a few more seconds of this well-done business pitch. Very professional and super charismatic.
Our deboned baby back rib steak is not pieces of meat formed in the shape of a rib. You know what I mean?
You tell, Bubba.
Boneless meats are the way of the future, and the future is now. Make no bones about it, Sharks. It's time for some ribs.
Shark Damon John ended up going into business with Al. At the time of this episode in 2014, Bubba's Boneless Ribs was doing $154,000 in sales. As of spring 2017, sales were up to $16 million, following deals with a couple of large fast food chains, including Carl's Jr. 1031 Productions. Melissa Carbone, the founder of a horror attraction, came to the Sharks with a higher-end evaluation of $20 million, asking for $2 million in exchange for 10% stake in her company. There's a couple memorable moments. First, let's look at the eccentric pitch featuring scares.
Everywhere I go, there's zombies.
Sharks, when you take our hayride, you are entering the pitch black woods.
Let's hope he bites.
Now, for sealing the deal, Shark Damon John comes with an offer of $2 million at 40%. Then, suddenly, Mark Cuban jumps in rapidly, following Melissa's counter.
Can I counter?
Of course you can counter.
$2 million for 20%.
I'll take that offer. Done.
Really?
Yep.
All right. We have a deal.
1031 Productions has continued to operate in both Los Angeles and New York City. They seem to be doing well with Mark's guidance. CYCLORAMIC. Bruno Francois brings a mobile app to take 360-degree panoramic photos by placing your phone in portrait mode on a flat surface. The app makes use of vibrations from the phone to rotate on its own to capture that panoramic photo. Now, while there was a bidding war with Scrub Daddy, this by far exceeded it.
You have 3 offers on the table.
Hold on. Lori, do you want me as your partner in this? Will you let me come in with you?
He may sweeten the pot.
Interesting.
The bidding continues for a much longer time. With all the Sharks interested, there was some partner trading and number adjustments.
So how much of that would you want?
50-50.
You're okay with putting up $500,000? So you just threw Steve under a bus?
Yeah. Lori just kicked me to the curb.
Welcome to the Shark Tank,
She
Rook.
just ignores her other partner like that.
Oh, don't
you see
listen
that?
to that.
Following a vicious and long-going bidding war, Bruno knows what the best deal is, at least for him. And by the way, for newer iPhones, since they are rounded, the app works if you place it on an iPhone charging cube.
15%, 500,000.
Yes.
And you know we're the right partners.
Yes or no? Gotta go.
You gave up 5% for nothing.
Bruno, you gotta make up your mind.
You got a deal.
Deal.
BREATHOMETER. The reason this is on the list is the product being presented by CEO Charles Michael Yim with a portable smartphone breathalyzer. It is not at all accurate. A FTC investigation took place on the company and tested its products, finding that it would present lower blood alcohol levels than reality, and it could be tampered by environmental changes such as humidity and temperature.
The FTC has ordered the makers of the BREATHOMETER to pay $5.1 million in refunds to anyone who bought the so-called portable breathalyzer. The FTC found that it actually didn't work well at all.
In a rare occasion, all 5 of the sharks came together for 30% equity split in different ways, equaling $1 million in total. But this may have turned out to be a mistake. BREATHOMETER still exists today, although they have parted ways with the alcohol business and instead now create oral health products. LUMIO, Max Gunawan, brings a unique light that opens just as a book does. This is another intense bidding war between every shark. Here is a look.
What if I valued it at $6 million?
And then to work together, next generations.
I'm gonna also give you an offer. So I'm gonna give you an offer, $750,000 for 20%, and I want to be able to license it with you, $10 million line of credit.
LUMIO continues to operate today and is selling quite well. Max is finally ready to make his choice, and here's who he went with.
I'll slightly modify my offer. Change from $250,000 for 10% to $350,000 for 10%.
Robert, you got a deal.
Thank you.
Really excited.
BEVBOY. Kevin Walter Meyer brings a product that is a sleeve to go around your drink that prevents it from spilling while in water. His unusual presentation with a guy in a jacuzzi is what gets him and his product onto this list.
Oh no.
That is just nasty.
That is not attractive.
If we have rafts, why don't our drinks have rafts?
The other reason to remember Kevin's BEVBOY is because of this line from Kevin O'Leary, who is ashamed to share the same first name.
Your name is Kevin, my name is Kevin. I'm officially stripping you of your name because this idea is so bad. You do not deserve the name Kevin. You are now called Zonk. I'm sorry, man. I am out. This sucks.
In the end, the deal is sealed with Damon John for $50,000 with 35% equity of the company. Combat flip-flops. Matthew Griffin and Donald Lee, 2 of the 3 co-founders of a flip-flop company with focuses to help armed soldiers and army rangers. The product ended up getting Lori Greiner, Damon John, and Mark Cuban to collectively pledge $300,000 with 10% ownership each. However, the reason Combat flip-flops makes this list is when Kevin O'Leary says he's out, this happens.
So for me, I'm out.
I got something for you, Kevin.
What is that?
It's how we mark the dead.
PUPBOX. Ariel and Ben Zaffler created a subscription-based puppy goodies box with tools to train puppies and then a different variety of products for grown dogs. Everyone remembers this episode because of all of the cute puppies everywhere.
Oh my God.
You get what? This is Ferrari. Loves fast cars. This is DJ.
I see you.
This is Chanel.
That's Mavi.
Come here, Mavi.
For the deal, they give 15% equity to Robert in exchange for $250,000. The PUPBOX has continued to be a very successful product to this day. LEAUX TRIKES. Tyler had Zicky brought an adult tricycle that allows for fast turns and drifting. He unfortunately ended up not getting a deal from any of the sharks, but business appears to be doing alright. At least they always seem to be sold out. The reason it makes this list is we get to see Mark, Damon, and Robert ride around on them.
Kevin, you're the only guy that looks like you're riding a little tricycle. Speed it up.
Well, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, my name is Jeremy Jameson for Viral Now, wishing you to have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.